On tonight's show, we'll be discussing the world of aviation and how it shapes our everyday lives. That and more tonight on 60 Minutes.
I'm Mike Wallace.
I'm Morley Safer.
I'm Harry Reasoner.
I'm Ed Bradley.
I'm Diane Sawyer. Those stories and more tonight on 60 Minutes.
Hello and welcome to 60 Minutes. I'm Kevin Rust, and tonight we're going to be discussing the world of aviation and how we use it in our everyday lives. We will also be discussing how aviation has changed over time and how technology has played a major role in that. And later on in the episode, our reporter Damon Rust had an exclusive interview with Jason Rust, a pilot with Ozark Serial Photography. The very first plane was invented by the Wright brothers back in 1903. They used their profits from a bicycle shop that they co-owned, and in their spare time they tinkered with building the very first plane. December 17th, 1903 was their very first successful flight. From there they went on to make bigger and better planes and worked with the military to provide them planes to use in war. Their invention of the first plane helped spark America on a new path towards aviation. After that, planes started to be used in many different areas of life. They were used in the war, they were used for transportation, and for delivering cargo. Today in our world, planes have changed a lot since then. Now they're bigger, faster, and cheaper. We use planes in the modern world mostly for transport, carrying cargo, and saving people. For the transportation industry, we heavily rely on airlines to transport us farther and faster than ever before. It is estimated that every year 36.8 million commercial flights are done across our world. Without the plane, transportation would take a lot longer, and traveling overseas would not be as practical as it is now. Another great use of flight is in rescue. People are rescued every day by the use of helicopters and other planes. With helicopters and planes, you can transport sick and injured people to hospitals farther away faster, so they have a better chance of surviving. Without the Wright brothers discovering flight and inventing the first airplane, all of this would not be possible. To continue this episode, we sent our reporter Damon Rust out into the field, and he had an exclusive interview with Jason Rust, the owner of Ozark Serial Photography. In this interview, he got to discuss how planes are helping shape the way we live and how we use them in our everyday lives. So now it's time to see the exclusive interview with our reporter Damon Rust. So today I'm here with Jason Rust of Ozark Serial Photography. He's been a pilot for the past 8 years. Now he flies planes all over the Midwest and takes photography from the air for customers, ranging from big businesses to homeowners. Planes have come a long way since whenever they were first invented. Today, they are a lot cheaper, faster, and more efficient. So we're here with Jason, and we're going to be discussing how planes are being used in our everyday lives and how they affect the way we live every day. So Jason, today we use planes for a lot of different things. What are the main things we use them in our daily lives?
Well, obviously the main thing planes are used for is hauling people around, helping people get on vacations quicker or for business trips faster, and so just helping us to get from one place to the next, but get there quicker to save time.
That is right. And also we use them for medical purposes. Can you tell me about that?
Well, medical, especially helicopters, are used, widely for transporting people from crash scenes right there at the crash scene or where the person's injured, to get them very, very quickly right to the hospital so they'll save more lives and get treatment much faster.
Yep, that is one of the main uses that is benefiting us the most. Now also we are starting to see companies like Amazon rolling out one-day shipping. Can you tell us how planes are being used to ship cargo to people a lot faster?
Sure, just like people, cargo, anywhere from mail to Amazon packages, FedEx, they all use planes because they can just get so much quicker from one town to the next town, or all the way across from like maybe LA to New York, much quicker than a truck or a car could driving on the ground.
Well, thank you very much, Jason. Would you like to tell us a little bit about this guy behind us here?
Well, sure. This is a Cessna 172. It's just a small 4-seat airplane. It's what I primarily use to fly around and take pictures out of because the window opens up. But it's also great just for flight training or to take family up on maybe a little vacation or a trip somewhere. And it's just a nice, safe, reliable plane that's been around since like the 1940s, 1950s.
That's great. Now, for any of our viewers at home, if they're interested in learning how to fly, do you have any recommendations for them?
Well, obviously right here in Springfield there's a great flight school called Sky Adventures, and that's where I did a lot of my training. So it's a nice, convenient place with some great planes and great instructors.
Well, thank you very much, Jason.